Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeremy, and I apologize that because I look busted and there's a thing in the background. I still have my Halloween decorations put up, and I have a Christmas tree to my right. But you know what? It's okay. My life is a mess. But guess what else is a mess? Cheer Alliance for the second year in a row. At this point, I'm not sure why we were surprised because it was a hot mess last year, and it's a hot mess this year. And I have nothing to say except I have some like pet peeves. One, only one team hit zero, but later to find out they didn't even hit zero. They had 1 point deductions, and that was Rain Athletics Aqua. They did hit from what I saw, and when score sheets were released, they had 1 point deductions. I'm gonna how should I do this? Follow me on Twitter to see um all the score sheets, because they're all gonna be like, I'm gonna tweet all of them out, and just scroll to my media, like go to my profile and then go to my media folder, and you can see all like the pictures of the score sheets. So that's how that's gonna work. Yeah. Secondly, Large Senior was a whole mess. Orange was not there, but we did have Babs, Stars, Senior Elite, and F5. All of the teams didn't do so hot. In Panthers' defense, they were like the least messiest, if you want to say that. I don't really, you can't describe it because there's nothing really good to say. Um, Panthers were the least messiest. They did have falls, but they fell less. That's all I have to say about that. With Large Senior Co-ed, I just had to say TGLC, I'm sorry that happened. My God. I think it was about 5 falls and 2 bobbles. I can't remember, but oh my God, I wasn't expecting that at all. Cali Co-ed, I think they have like 30 to 31 athletes or something. I can't remember, but they also had falls. Cheetahs had about 2 falls. Yeah, I think 2 falls. And Code Elite had 2 bobbles. Shout out to Code Elite for being the second closest team to hit at this entire competition. I'm sorry that y'all lost, because had I been judging, you guys would have won. I'm sorry. Like, I might end up like going back and watching all the routines and like revising and making my own scores, because this was ridiculous. I will hold on to the faith like Code Elite should have won solely based on their technique and them hitting, but Cheetahs did have like higher difficulty, and in my opinion that's the only thing they had on them, like just their difficulty. So the score sheet, I think this new score sheet that Varsity just put out for this season, I think it goes based off of difficulty more than technique. I think that's like only by like five points, but that shouldn't have made a difference. Having TGLC, actually all of them except Code Elite, having dropped a stunt. So I think Code Elite should have won Cheer Alliance this year, in my opinion. Small Senior SSX gets hit with more legalities. I actually couldn't find it. Like, I went back and watched about 5 different times. The only time I think I found like where the legality could have been is where the center flyer in the pyramid, which her name is Sutton, um, right before the pyramid breaks off into 3 structures, right there, I think she accidentally let the flyer's hand go, which I saw that she did not, but the judges could have saw that she let her hand go. So that's probably where I think it was a whole misunderstanding in the first place. So I don't think that should have happened. Generals dropped stunts. Lady Lightning had a music deduction. I think it was like 1 second. So Lady Lightning lost because of music deduction. SSX had a legality that I think that was just a misunderstanding. They had a legality as well as a building bobble, which is exactly what happened at Worlds. Um, this past season in 2017, and actually that legality should have never happened because I saw nothing illegal in that routine. And Lady Bullets dropped stunts as well. And while we're on the topic of small senior, Rain Athletics Aqua hit, and they didn't place like top 3. Like, I was shocked. And but Rain's raw score, Aqua's raw score should have, since they hit 0, evidently to cheer updates. Since Rain hit 0, they should have outscored the Lady Bullets, which should have put them in 3rd place. However, I found that they had 1 point deduction, which they did count off. I have no clue what it is, but cheer update said they hit. Evidently, they did not. So Aqua should have been in 3rd place, but they are not, or they did not get 3rd place, which is bonkers in my opinion. I don't know what to say to that. Anyways, let's move on to medium senior. M5 got last. Well, not last place out of semifinals and finals, but out of finals, they got 4th place. They got the lowest raw. You don't need to know anything about the score sheet to know that that shouldn't have happened. M5 has the best routine in all of medium senior so far, and this shouldn't even be a question at all. Like, this is a no-brainer. M5 has the best routine in medium senior. Meanwhile, they're getting the lowest raw at this competition. Now, they may have had 4 falls. Now that I say it out loud, skills might not have been completed, which will lower the raw, especially since they dropped almost half of their stunts. So I take that back. Excuse me. So moving on to Jane's. Jane's did have issues, but they were the closest to hitting. So shout out to Jane's. I've been a fan since day 1. So shout out to you guys. You did great throughout play-ins and finals. And I cannot remember who was in the middle, in between them. Oh well, they did great though. I'm sure they did great. Next division is medium co-ed. Shout out to Woodlands Blops, another favorite of mine, for winning. Here's the thing that I'm confused about. They said that Cali Blops were in 1st place, but then have Woodlands Black Ops win. I was like, and Cali Blops went after Woodlands Black Ops, but Woodlands won? Like, that confused the heck out of me. But I am glad that Woodlands Elite Black Ops won, especially since they had that athlete get injured. So shout out to them, and shout out to them winning. They have a streak now, so let's keep this streak alive. But this time hit, please, for the love of God. Who else is in that division? I have no clue. I'm sorry, but it was still a mess. I think I talked about all the divisions. Oh, juniors. Green Rays had the lowest amount of deductions, I think. Junior Crush did very good. Starlights, I think, had a fall, but that's okay. But Green, I am watching out for them, like, this whole entire season now, because even though Crush did win Triple Crown, which I obviously will be watching Crush, like, they're my favorite junior team to ever, like, exist. So I'll obviously be watching them. But Green Rays now, they have slowly becoming one of my favorite teams ever, because, oh my god, the difficulty in their routine is to die for, and I am here for all of it. But that was Cheer Alliance. Also, the floor was broken. It was kind of obvious. And when I saw a video of, like, from what was happening in person, the people that were trying to fix the floor had no idea where it was, and the audience had to direct them in the direction. Wow, they had to direct them in the direction of where the floor was, like, having problems or broken or whatever. It was so unprofessional. I hated watching that video. It's like I was watching Dora, like, you know, where it's like, where's the bridge, and just, like, stares at you for like a minute, waiting on you to respond. It felt like that was happening, which was so terrible. But hopefully, WSF will not be such much of a hot mess as Cheer Alliance. But I do have bad feelings about that competition. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Battle Under the Big Top should not be as much of a hot mess. I think SSX is flying down to Atlanta to compete there with SmoX, which I'm very excited about. SmoX has improved a lot in the last few since their showcase, and I am so excited to like see a video from them. Steel and Orange did not compete today. They are in Atlanta still because they're from Atlanta. Duh. Lady Jags are also in Battle Under the Big Top or Atlanta, and I have not seen their dance. And apparently they have upgrades. So, I think everyone else is competing at WSF tomorrow, except I think Cheer Athletics, Panthers, and Cheetahs. Oh, by the way, they won. Um, so I think that's who all's competing at WSF or Battle Under the Big Top for bids tomorrow, which is literally the most important part of this weekend. Like, Cheer Alliance was kind of irrelevant considering they have God, what is that thing called that Infinity like provides? Champions League. Since they have Champions League, the majors, there's literally no point in Cheer Alliance being a thing. Like, it's so irrelevant. But I hope their prom was nice. To me, it wasn't worth it, but especially since it was in New York last year. Come on, guys, keep your quality up. The quality was still terrible, but do better or just don't do anything at all. Hopefully, I hope Cheer Alliance isn't a thing next year because it really doesn't need to happen. But other than that, I have the ACT tomorrow morning, which is this morning at 8 o'clock. So wish me luck, send me all the good things, and I'll talk to you guys later. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on all my social media below. Alright, bye.